Well, we probably should have started this video with an installation video of how do you do this, but what we're going to do is we're going to have it almost installed, and then we're going to show you how to install it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Just like the way that everybody else does it. Right?
So, either way, we're going to show you on the other side how to raise it up. But right now, what am I doing? We took the floor jack, we set the slider on it. Now, the Metalcloak rock sliders
They intersect.
Locates off those two back. So we raised up here, popped them in, raised it up in the floor jack, identified all of them, center punched them, and I'm going through and I actually opened them all, started them all with an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I'm finishing opening them up with a Christmas tree. I got so actually with these Metalcloaks, all these get opened up to 3/8. The top furthest one to the back and the two upper, let me say the two towards the front, the higher ones get opened up to 17:30 seconds. We actually had to go by a little bit. Nobody has 17:30 seconds. If you have it, props. I don't know what you're going to use it for. But I guess probably good drill bit if you have something, because of course a 32nd larger than a 1/2 inch, so it'd give you a little bit looser 1/2 inch.
Or you could use it for yeah, you got to be really careful there, because I've seen a lot of scenarios where like the tin will grab.
Oh, I forgot to drill one out.
And then just rip.
Okay.
Drilling holes in the Jeep.
Yeah. So here's the well nut. The main purpose of this is you typically use these in areas that you can't get to the backside and hold a nut. So this actually crushes down, pinches the metal. Metalcloak has you doing it on 3 spots, like I showed. Right here, here, and here. And you say, what do we got going on here? I hate bare metal. Especially in well nut area, to where you can never access it after you tighten it. So we taped it off. We went around it just a little bit, and we sprayed. I got self-etching primer, but essentially anything to get in there. So just a couple light coats. I shot it from all the directions. We'll go in there, we'll tighten these down, and then like we did before, we're going to scuff it up and shoot our undercoating. And I'll probably go over the edge of this. I don't want to spray it on the top, but I don't mind if it goes up to the edge, because they'll even seal these off better. So here's that well nut. Now they send a bolt, a nut, and a star washer. So you're gonna watch it live. You're gonna watch it live, seeing if this works. So I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I put, hey, up here, come on, up here. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I put a lot of well nuts in.
This ain't how you do it. But you probably don't you have the actual tool for it?
But I don't know where it is.
No, we're gonna try
I don't
it
even
out.
think I have it. But I've had mixed results. So I will.
Let's check it out.
No idea.
Let me
Got the mountain wrench.
raise the brightness a little bit so they can see it. Perfect. perfection right there.
Oh, it's tightening. Oh, hey, hey. Trim down.
And there it goes. It's done.
No, this feels right. Oh, right there. Oh my goodness, that may... Up here. That may be the best well nut I've ever installed. I love metal shavings in the eyeballs. Nothing like going into the ER late on a Friday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a good story. I was maybe let me see. I've been self-employed. It's always best to lay on your iPhone. I found out that's just a really good idea. But when I was younger, yeah, I was married. I was trying to think at what point. So 20, maybe 21. That camera's kind of close. But so I got something in my eye, and I remember 6, 7 o'clock. Immediately, I told the wife. I says, "Hey," I said, "I think I got to go into the doctor." Now I was self-employed at that point, so they have you fill that thing out. You know, they want to, in short, they want to find out if you're going to be trying to draw money from anybody. Well, I can't draw anything because it's coming out of my own pocket. So the ER doctor comes in, looks at my eye. He says, "Well, I don't see anything." So they proceeded to put dye in there, and I says, "I don't think it's metal. I thought it was a piece of body filler that got in there." Man, it hurt so bad. And so he swept it a few times with Q-tips. They flushed it, and he says, "I'll come back in." They did some other stuff. The next time he came in, he says, he started questioning me. He says, you know, like literally he thought it was a scam. And I'm like, I was in literally being tormented sitting in that seat. And I'm like, "Doctor, do you really think I would be in here on a Friday night paying out of my own pocket? I'm self-employed. Connect the dots. Connect the dots."
Your eyes are tearing up.
And oh my goodness, he finally got it. It was instant.
All you got to do is say, "Hey, how about you grab a bag of sand, dump it in your eyes, and see how you feel."
Oh my goodness, what a twit. You know, just because you have a medical degree don't mean you're smart. Now, I'm not removing material, guys. I'm only removing the, what would you call it? It's shavings that are still attached. And it seems to be those areas always start to rust.
It's the ones that stick in your knees.
You guys see that? That's a perfect spot for it to start rusting out.
And this is what you're doing to it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm knocking them off. Alright, so I'm just lightly hitting them, and then I'll coat them. Going for it right there. This right here. What? This is the way. What do we do?
I show this dumb face, and then there's him.
And what about him? I wish he could actually do something other than just lay there and play with his toy. You wouldn't realize that when he's playing with this toy, he's so innocent. Take that toy away and you'll see, look at this, I want to show you something. This is what we see all the time. Yeah, see that? See that? That's what we see all the time.
Okay.
The teeth, the growling, the barking. That's all we see. We're going to take these off because the rock slider mounts off that. Now, you see what the blue is? That's because what brand was already on here?
Poison
Spider.
Cobra.
Yeah, we got some Poison Spider rock sliders that we took off.
And they actually had like a machine cutout, like in the
laser cut
in the metal, and
they sprayed blue behind it.
Yep.
They went with a blue Spider apparently. So we're gonna prep this, jack it up. You'll see how we're doing it. All right, let's get at it.
Yep.
All right, so we went ahead and raised this slider up onto floor jack. Put a 4x6 there and a towel. Now this, like I showed you, locates off the existing quarter panel flare mounts. There's going to be about a 1/16 gap that appeared to be the way it was on both sides. So now I'll proceed to go ahead and mount, mark this all like what I did on the other side. And for the same thing as what happened on the other side, this one gets a well nut and those two front ones do. He really hates the vacuum. Alright, so we got the Metalcloak sliders on here. I want to talk about the 3/8 bolts that they include, the 3/4 inch long and the 1 inch long bolt location. Now where this overlaps here on the rear fender flare, those get 1 inch long bolts. So actually in the TJ there's 3 of them down through there. We have 3 well nuts in the upper portion. Remember those 3 well nuts we put on each side? Those get 1 inch, and your front hole that goes through the fender gets a 1 inch bolt. Everywhere else gets 3/4 inch long bolts. Yes, and ICs. Now, having been born and raised and grew up in a family business that we ran commercial equipment 365 in Michigan salt weather, we lived by this stuff. Literally, if we intended on getting it apart to service it, we lived in it. Now, of course, we live here in North Carolina. It's not so necessary, but the great thing about anti-seize is if you plant, it's a 4x4. You're going to have your stuff back off, servicing it. And why do you want your bolts getting seized up? It helps the bolts from galling because it's a thread lubricator. It's a rust preventative, definitely a corrosion preventative, and I'm just saying, just anti-seize it. All right, you guys see a bolt missing? Yeah, that's on purpose. Looks nice down through there, doesn't it? These things look really nice. I love how they're incorporated into that back fender flares. Okay, the reason why it's missing that bolt is Harley has aluminum front fenders. That's going on this thing. They're here, they're done. We just have yet to put them on. These things go on super easy. You know, I think you could slap these things on. 2 guys that know what they're doing could have probably these things on in almost an hour, maybe an hour and a half. 2 guys. If you're going to be deburring them, undercoating, yeah, it's going to take a day. Do it the right way. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't get woke. See ya.